Hey everyone, Decent Eddie here. It is 1:50 in the morning on Sunday, April 20th, 2025. Since January 8th, I'm at 69% on all NBA games, going 440 to 196. And for my first time doing NBA, 81% of my confident picks at 190 to 45. I'm good with it. Since the postseason, I'm at 70% on all NBA postseason picks. My first try, I'm good with that too. My picks are based on data using a data set that I created, and I post these picks hours before tip-off to give you time to do your own research. You should always check the latest matchup news and injury reports. Data alone can't read today's relevant news about matchups for you. My mission is to help beginners and those who've had some bad luck make more informed picks. My data set focuses on moneyline picks, and while my commentary might help with against the spread picks, it's not optimized for it. Let's look at tonight's games. Be sure you do your part and read at least one matchup report before putting any money on anything. At least one, guys. Don't take what I do or what anyone else does for granted when it comes to picks either. Don't take anything that anybody like me says on faith. All right. First, it's Grizzlies versus the Thunder. I promise I haven't been drinking. I promise I haven't. Last night, also, I know it was a little bit slurry last night too. I know, brief aside, that's not why you're here, but it was a good time last night, and I slurred a little bit. I was tired. I was up at 7. Anyway, back to this. First up, it's Grizzlies versus Thunder. The Thunder get an actual decent Eddie confident pick with a 9.567 differential, and historically, that means a 75% chance for the Thunder winning. Like I said about the Eagles in the NFL playoffs last season, it holds true for the Thunder by the data in the NBA this season. The Thunder are a dominant team. Thunder and Grizzlies have met 4 times. The closest Grizzlies ever got was like 13 points back in February. It would take a natural disaster for the Grizzlies probably to win this game. It will probably take a natural disaster wrapped in an armed conflict, wrapped in an act of God for Grizzlies to win this series, in my opinion. Grizzlies are getting 13.5 points against the spread to the plus side. That matches the closest margin they ever got to the Thunder, but I'm going to go with the Thunder on the money line, and I'm also going to take minus 13 against the spread for the Thunder along with it, just for the fun of it. Magic versus Celtics. Celtics get a decent Eddie confident pick in this game. 8.166 differential here, so that's about a 74% chance for the Celtics to win. Magic's defense is amazing, and their effective field goal percentage is also pretty excellent recently, but is it enough? Celtics are also really great on defense, but they also protect the ball better, they rebound better, they're better with assists, they're more effective offensively. They're really excellent. So the Celtics aren't the best team in my data set, but they're better at more by a lot than the Magic are. But unlike the Thunder's game, there is a slim possibility the Magic could get a miracle here. But it would probably take something close to a miracle. Do I think Celtics will sweep the series? I think they can, but I also think Magic might win one somewhere in there. It's possible, but only one. I'm going to take the Celtics today on the money line. It doesn't pay a lot, but it is for the data. Given the defensive strengths of both teams, if you are an over-under kind of person, do your research and maybe consider the under. Maybe. Against the spread, I don't really know. I really don't. I'm seeing 13.5 points here. That feels like a lot to me in this matchup, either way you slice it. But again, I'm NBA ignorant. Heat versus Cavaliers. Cavaliers get a suboptimal pick with a 6.966 differential. That's a razor's edge from a confident pick, but it's not a confident pick. Recently, by the data, Heat have actually been more efficient on offense, but keep in mind that recent data includes Cavaliers' efforts that might not have been 100% at the end of the season. Heat are a middling team and have been all year. Cavaliers are excellent, but they're not perfect. Like the Celtics-Magic matchup, I feel strongly there's no hope for Heat winning this series, but I hold open a very slim possibility Heat could win one somewhere in there. As for this game, my number is my number, and I'm going to put my number with the Cavaliers on the money line. The spread I'm seeing is 12.5 points. Honestly, I think Cavaliers can cover that. Their offensive effectiveness is stronger over the course of the season. Their field goal percentage is stronger over the course of the season. But again, remember, I'm mostly NBA ignorant, but I don't think the Heat's defense is strong enough overall to keep Cavaliers from scoring almost at will. And I think Cavaliers defense is strong enough to cool down the Heat. But you should do your own research to come up with where you feel you are about it, all right? Warriors versus Rockets. Actually, this is a danger pick for the Warriors in this game with a 2.367 differential. That's about a 57% chance for the Warriors to win this game. The series? That's another question. This series, by my data anyway, has the potential to go the distance. Warriors and Rockets have met 5 times since the start of the season. Warriors hold the edge barely at 3-2. I think what you have here is a Warriors team that has a couple of players who are all-time or near all-time greats versus a team that has an excellent starting lineup in total. And that's what makes this one look dangerous. Rockets are bigger, they're younger, they're more athletic. Warriors have a couple of players that can turn your lights out though. My number says Warriors. I'm going with Warriors, even though the books have the Rockets as a 1-point favorite. Even the books are afraid of this game. Anyway, all right, quick recap. Decent Eddie confident picks, we got 2 of them. Celtics and Thunder, suboptimal picks, we got 1. That's Cavaliers. Danger picks, we got 1. That's Warriors. 4 parlays, we can actually talk about them here. If you want to stick Thunder and Cavaliers together, your win percentage, by my data, is about 56%. If you want to add a player prop or an over-under in there to make it a 3-leg, I will continue to recommend keeping your legs around -400 and to -450. I know it's not exciting, but it's safe. If you add another leg at -425, your win probability to what I gave you earlier drops to 44%. I know the returns are low, but again, I'm about winning, not risking, and I never recommend more than a 3-leg parlay due to the risks of combined probabilities. Also, if you need help with a gambling problem, resources are in my channel's description. All right, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get my picks hours ahead of time. For more, head over to Decent Eddie Picks on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on X at Decent Eddie Picks, spelled P-I-X. You'll see a deeper dive into my data, my Decent Eddie grades for all my teams, which I updated at the beginning of the week, and any last-minute thoughts that I might have, if I have them. Let's see what happens. This is Decent Eddie signing off. Have an awesome day.